So we're here at the Hideaway. It's Saturday, 4th of November. With us today, Darien Dean, recording artist, Ismail,
producer
extraordinaire. We're here at the Hideaway and they're going to perform a fantastic show with us tonight. But before that, we thought we'd drop in with Independent Hype and have a few words with Darien Dean and Ismail. Darien, it's nice to be your company.
Pleasure to meet you as well, brother.
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
Back in 2009, I was in DC and I heard your song from your first album on WHUR.
Oh, okay.
And that was in the time before Shazam and Sound.
Yeah.
I had to ring that station every day until they called the DJ.
Actually call the station.
Call the
If people
station.
would do that more, independent artists could win. I love it.
The song was Where It's At.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
And it took me about another year to find the actual album.
Thank God for Shazam then, I guess, because a year is a long time.
I found it on Bandcamp.
Okay.
And I liked you. So ever since then, that was 2009, 2010, and I remember looking online and Singers Room said artists to watch out for in 2010.
They did say that.
And then you came out with a duet with Angela Johnson.
Yeah, All in Me.
All in Me.
Mm-hmm.
And then you disappeared.
Well, I was not disappearing personally. Like I wasn't like I was like, bah! But no, I took a little bit of time to the thing about independent records and about making records is, you kind of gotta take some time, in my opinion, to grow and to learn. Maybe not as much time, but for me, I needed to live a little bit of life. If you look at my first record, I don't have blocks anymore. I've lived a lot of life. You know what I mean? And I needed that in order to kind of become a different type of songwriter. You know what I mean? I don't want to put out another If These Walls Could Talk. It was a great debut album for me. It did really well. But I needed to be talking about new things. And when I came up with my first record, If These Walls Could Talk, I hadn't been on tour. I literally was just a guy who was in the studio recording records. So I needed to live a little bit of that life, do some tour life, do some more collaborations, stretch as a writer, stretch as a singer. And in that time, that's what I was doing, stuff like that. I was doing collaborations with real people, Soul Persona, Joey Negro, Ismail, So while it might seem as a disappearance from a full-on album perspective, it wasn't that as much as it was okay, I'm gonna start to try some different things. So when I come back with a full project, you're gonna feel a lot of what's been going on. And that's why this time, I've got 3 projects, Departures being the first.
I was going to come to that. So, as I said, that was 2009, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
In 2015, I caught you guys online. You did an interview on the rooftop.
Oh, the rooftop joint! Yeah.
And there was a performance in Paris at the Bazaar.
Yes, the Bazaar.
So how did that come about? How did you in France, you in the States, how did you two?
I'm going to let this man start that.
So the story is that I discovered Darien through a Real People project.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we have kind of same background.
Right.
I used to do some soulful music, working with producers like Rasmus Faber, and so I've been working in this scene. And then I start the writing of my first album, which is a mix of hip hop, soul, and R&B. And since a long time, I wanted to collaborate with this guy because I discovered him through MySpace. You remember? So back in the day, and so I said the day I will have the good track, I'm gonna send it to him. And so that's what I've done. Then he wrote on the line, and I did a show for the release party. And so he came in Paris, and we did a show with the strings and horns section.
Yeah, it was a full on. I was so hyped, to be real, because that's another thing about this whole thing. Working with Isma, I was able to realize some different things that I didn't even know I was dreaming about, which is working with the full orchestra. And when I came in, one of the first times for my new record, Harmless, the song Harmless, when I recorded it, we put horns on there, strings. You record stuff like that, but to play it live, when I came and these people knew all the parts, I lost my mind. And these are the kind of things, as an independent artist, you hope that you can grow and move into, and that's what we've been able to do. That's why we've been able to do so much collaboration over the time.
So tell me, as an independent artist from the States, you're based in the States, how do you feel when you come over to Europe and then people know your songs, they know the words, they sing your songs word for word, right? So here in the UK, we're blessed to have all the independent music that we can get online or whatever. and performances like tonight, we expected some great performances, but you don't expect people in Paris to know the music and the songs. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it feels incredible. That's what we aim for, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit of pressure, so I can't forget the lyrics. I'm like, well, I can't make them up tonight. There's that, but no, it's. I mean, you know, ideally, this is what you want. You hope that you make this music and it grows and it goes to the different corners of the world. You know, I did this show in Kazakhstan once, and it was amazing. Like, I saw somebody close up front that knew lyrics to the songs, and I thought to myself, man, I'm on the other side of the world right now. You know, and that means a lot. You know, and it just drives the bar and raises the bar for us to do more, you know, because we know if we do it well and we do it right, we can reach further out, you know what I mean?
Okay, so we talked about 2009, 2010, 2015. Then last year you turned up at Bar 300.
Yeah.
The album launch with Calvin
Francis, DJ
So
Calvin Francis.
I saw it. That's 2016. And then 2017, of course, we had the Departures album.
Yes, indeed.
Right. Now, I'm going to ask you something about the Departures album.
All right.
My favorite track on the album, Wonders.
Okay.
Did you write the song?
I wrote all the songs. As far as lyrics that I'm yeah.
Who wrote the music, or who put the music together?
Actually, I worked with a producer named Sean Hibbler. He's done a lot of stuff on that record as well as some of the other ones as well. It's so interesting, the collaboration process, because when I met Isma in the airport, we'd never met, but we had songs done. He had a record done, you know. And it's an interesting thing to just meet somebody for the first time when you already have work out that people are already, you know, they think like we were in the studio together. I had never met the man. I'm looking around, I'm like, I think that's him, you know. So the same thing with Sean. I actually have never met Sean, and we've done a ton of work together. But that track is particularly interesting because I was going through like a really difficult time. One of my best friends, like a brother to me, had passed away, and I was just in a hard spot, you know.
Yeah.
And I wanted to. Actually, I didn't want to write a song about it at the time. If I'm being honest with you, I don't always want to just like something terrible happens and I want to write a song. That's not how it works. But I knew when I finally got back to songwriting, I probably was going to have to talk about it because it was heavy on my heart. And when he sent the song, it felt like a really good opportunity to celebrate the passing of my friend as opposed to mourn, you know? So I wanted to turn it into a song, and that's why I'm really happy that that's a song that you did.
Your food is ready.
And our food is ready. So, what's really great about it is that to make a song, and this is exactly what I wanted. The fact that you say it's one of your favorite songs or it's your favorite song is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to memorialize my friend with great music that people are not like this to, that they celebrate, you know? Because to me, that's everything. Because when I think about his life and the life of different people that I've been able to be part of and that I don't maybe have in my life anymore, we should celebrate the time we had them. You know what I mean? That's what you really want to do. You can't always do it, but when you can, it's so much of a joyful situation. So that's the story behind Wonders.
One last question about Wonders. One of the reasons I like the song is because somewhere in the music is a riff or a break of an old song to me.
I just found that out. So this is interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Cameraman's looking at me like, really?
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Love Unlimited Orchestra?
I found out last time. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lick like that he did. He does a lot of different things. We're going to do an ode to something. You'll hear some stuff on some other further records. But yeah, I didn't go into it knowing what was up. You know what I mean? And it's cool. It's cool when you can touch something, not do it again, but touch it, and it gives a little bit of flavor, and then put it in there and people dig it. And I did get that when I've done some interviews here, and it's funny. London, y'all don't play. Y'all know your music because this is where I found out. I was here and they were like, that's whatever. And dude pulled it up on the phone for me. I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, all right.
Okay. Question. How would you categorize the independent music in the soul R&B arena is evolving. So at the moment there's soul, R&B, hip hop, classic soul, new jazz, soul jazz, neo soul.
Right.
Would you categorize yourself in any of those brackets, or you transcend across a lot of them?
He's laughing because he knows. He knows already. This is part of the problem I think that we have. It's like we've got these labels and everything like that, and then you try to get on this station. We don't play new soul.
Yeah.
This one we don't play jazz. We don't do this. This festival only plays jazz artists. This festival only plays the old school R&B. To me, it's all soul music. If it moves my soul, it's soul music. You know what I mean? Even hip hop is soul music to me because it moves me. What good hip hop to me? So it's like when we start putting little mini labels here and there. For me, it's too much to keep up with. You know what I mean? I just make soul music. I make music that you know, sometimes we'll get together and we'll write a vibe. We'll say, hey, look, you know, let's do something that's up tempo, like funk. We'll say, let's go touch something funk, or let's touch something that's kind of disco-esque or something. I don't know. I don't think we've done disco, but I'm just saying.
Maybe some.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have that conversation, but I don't ever say, hey man, we need a song for New Soul because no, because I don't feel it like that. When I write, I don't think I need this genre. I just think, hey man, I like those chords. You know, when he sent me the line, for instance, I don't know what you call the line. The line is soul music to me, but it was something that touched me enough to write to it and send it back. And when we do it, people that like soul music like that song, and that's what's important.
So Isma, how does it work with you two? Do you write a song and say, this is going to fit Darien? Or does Darien say to you, write me a song that's going to fit me?
It's the two.
The two meet in the middle?
Yeah, direction, yeah. And now the way we collaborate is this way. I mean, as we share stage in Europe regularly, in France, in Austria, here in London. So each time, the things we have in common, more than the background, is that we love the creating process.
Yeah.
We love to write music. Me, I come from the house, but I write a lot of music for videos, you know, and for sometimes games. And so for me, everything I can, you know, it's something that can make me growing, you know, it's good. So the collaboration we have with Darien is this way. Sometimes he told me, I have an idea, could you work on it? And sometimes I say, hey man, I have something. And sometimes we want to write for other people, so it's
and once we met, you know, it changed the dynamic completely, because then he knows where I'm going to go with certain things, and I know where he's going to go with certain things. So, like, we had a very good opportunity to be. We were in the south of France, and we were in the house together. You know what I mean? And I just came home and I was like, hey man, I got this idea, and we vibed it out, and the guys were with us, and now it's become a song, and that's how things grow organically. You know, I wish we could do that more often, but we do a good amount of it based on the fact that, you know, we're in each other's proximity pretty often.
Okay. Let's step away from music for a little bit.
All right.
So you're from New York.
Yes, indeed.
So when you're not singing, performing, writing, talking to Isma,
Yeah.
how do you relax? What are you
The kayak. I get on a kayak. I go on my bike.
Yeah.
I fly my drone. I'm like a geek. I'm seriously a geek. Like, so, but I like to be outside. Like, I want to be outside, be running around. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And food. And food. Good food.
Do you like
So
English food or French food? French food.
Asian food.
Asian food.
I'll be honest with you. Indian food,
Okay.
Asian food. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Nando's.
Okay.
Nando's.
All right.
Give me a sponsorship. I need a sponsorship.
All right. A series of questions.
Yeah.
One word answers. Like from New York. Giants or the Jets?
Neither. No sports.
No sports.
You'd have to ask that's like a full-on question. I get in trouble for this. I don't
no
follow sports. I'm somebody, ladies and gentlemen, I don't feel good watching people be active while I eat. It's just, to me, I see people and they're just on the couch and they're eating like a ton of ribs and stuff, and they're watching people run and stuff, and I just look and I'm just like, there's something wrong here. So that's not me. That's not my thing.
No sports at all.
No, I just get on my kayak. That's all.
You have to answer this one.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
New York City FC, which is there's two soccer teams in the MLS.
You said sports. I
No sports at all.
Okay.
You have to go out on a limb.
Uh-huh.
New York City FC or the New York Red Bulls?
What color uniforms?
One's got red, white, and orange,
Mhm.
and one's just pure pale blue.
Pale blue?
Yeah, like
Sky blue?
sky blue.
I'll go for the red one, whatever that
Okay.
is. I don't know what I just said, but
Yes,
it's whatever that is. Bad choice?
You went to the sky blue one, yeah?
No? Yeah.
Oh, that's the owned by the richest people in the world. So we'll skip that. We'll cut that bit out. Back to the album then. So Departures, part of a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
So when's the second part coming?
Well, you know, it's interesting because, all of this has been kind of an experiment, Detours is the next piece of the puzzle that's coming together. And Detours is going to be very interesting, I think, for a lot of people, because I'm going to be doing different things that people have never heard me do before, with different collaborations, different styles. So I'm kind of monitoring stuff, but in 2018, early part, it's just, I started adding more songs. So.
Okay, how does it work? How does it work? you're doing you're in a trilogy of projects. Do you start working? Do you write the song and then think this is going to go on the second one, or this is going to go on the third one, or do you just catalog the songs and you chop it up as you go along?
I had a catalog of songs. If I'm being honest, people don't consume music the same way they used to, I feel. So the point was to try and do something a little bit different, not for gimmick's sake, but for the sake of, okay, I did 15 songs on my first album. That's not going to work. We don't do that anymore. First of all, I think it's a bit of a waste because people's attention span is so short. If you have 15 great songs on an album, they're not going to hear all of them. And it's just the way it is. So the idea was, just like a dinner is served to you, you wouldn't get your salad, your entree, and your dessert all at once because you wouldn't be able to enjoy all of them. This would be cold, and this would whatever. The idea was to give it in different portions. And Detours actually was what was the defining factor in making a trilogy, because Detours is so different that it really didn't fit within anything else. There was just so much going on. I've got like a big band, like a 1920s style thing on there. I've got a Wild West themed love song. I've got there's a lot of stuff, a jazz tune, like rock ballad kind of thing. I mean, it's just so much that I felt to put them on an album and try and figure out where one would go to the next. So we just make a Detours and it goes like this. And that way, people get to understand part of the reason why I was gone is that I'm listening to different things and I'm being inspired by different things and I want to do different things.
I'm trying to wrap it up now, but you two obviously work very well together. Question, Isma.
Yeah.
Sum Darien up in one word.
Make it a good one.
One word.
One word.
One phrasing, if it makes it easy.
Easy, but not for food.
You have no clue how accurate that is. That's so accurate.
It is really easy, but for food,
So, apart from good-looking, talented producer extraordinaire, some Isma up in one song.
Isma has like the biggest heart, for real. Like anybody I know. Well, like when he travels, when the band is concerned, when I'm concerned, he makes sure everything is right. And if he doesn't get sleep to do it, if he has to, like everything about him, the man looks out for other people before he looks out for himself. And it comes across in his music.
What's it dance?
Oh, I'm sorry. He's a good guy. No. So yeah.
Listen, I had the pleasure of seeing you guys in rehearsal, and it was amazing. I could see the energy and the way you guys work. So, expecting big things tonight. Don't let us down.
No pressure.
Tonight, Darien Dean in concert at the Hideaway. We're here for Independent High. Before we go, where can the listeners or where the people watching this video?
Yes, indeed. Go to www.dariendeanmusic.com. That's got my Instagram. That's got my Twitter. That's got my all the other stuff you need to get. Your everything. All the digital stuff is there. And you want to go to ihrecords.com.
Yeah, and you can find the records of Darien on ihrecords.com and my album too.
And where can we find more about you? Because I want to know some more about you. Is it Isma Music?
ismahillmusic.com.
Yeah.
This is my website, so you can find
social media.
Yeah, the same. Isma Hill Music.
Isma Hill Music, Darien Dean Music.
If you haven't bought the Departures album, do yourself a favor and buy it, because 2 years from now you're gonna miss out on something. Thank you, Darien. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, my friend.
It's been a pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.